Oh, hello. Welcome to Car Mechanics Simulator 2015. I have lost my pen under the table. It must have rolled right underneath the back. Never mind, we can deal with that some other time. We have been in the process of, rebuilding some auction-bought stuff for monies and profits. Whilst there's a Katamari Katsumoto-y. Katagiri Katsumoto, yes. With a view to creating lots of monies, of which we have quite a pile now. We've already got a category in the garage, so I don't want another one. So this is to sell. So we're stripping it. We've already done the bodywork by the looks of it. It's nice and shiny, and it's slightly green diarrhea colour. So yeah, it's time to strip it out and rebuild it, sell it for money, and then have a money fight with our filthy lucre that we all have so much of. We won't know what to do. But we will. We'll spend it mainly. That's what you do with money, isn't it? You stick it under your bed or you spend it. So there we go. Oops, that didn't. There we go. Here we are. Chocolatey car simulation. Simulation. Good. Glad I've got my talking teeth in. Right, let's get all this gubbins out. Don't need any of that. Don't need any of this, because we're stripping it all out, so I don't need any of it. What am I talking about? Ah, yes. One of those days you haven't quite woken up yet. Even though you've been awake for hours. Right, strip all the timing gear off. Yep. Little pumps and various different chargy things that all run off the revolutions of the engine. Right, as does the entire car, of course. Good. There we go, no camshaft caps in this engine. Ha! Right, and throttle, manifolds. Yes. Oops, missed one. There we go. It's a fairly straightforward engine to take apart. So there we go. That's pretty much all I can take off of that whilst it's on the ground. Take out the ABS pumps. There we go. The servo, fuel filter. Right, let's raise it up. Oh, apparently the fuel filter did come out. Recalcitrant filter. Right, take the wheels off whilst we're here. Clicky click. There we go. Lovely. Get all this palaver. Oh, my wheel hub. Wheel hub bearing, in fact. Alright, and then it's all the security? Oh, not security, what's it called? Shock absorbing. Security. Brain not quite switched on yet. Never mind. It's not super essential. You can always turn the volume down. And then I'll just become a faint whisper in the background. That's right. What's he saying? Turn me back up again. Oh, that's better. You can hear me now. Alright, let's take out the bush. All kids love bush. Alright, can't do that yet. Let's go around the other side. Release the wheel. Release the Kraken. The Kraken is in the shape of a wheel. Oh, there we go. Don't forget your wheel hub bearing. There we go. Then you can take the hub out. And your sway end link bar doobie doop. And then your shock absorbers. And you've got an outer tie rod. And then the tie rod and the steering rack will come off. And then we take off this knuckle, whatever it is. Yep. And finger our bush. Finger our chocolatey bush. And then that can come out. Alright, and the sway bar and the drive shaft. Then we can get at the gearbox. Presuming I took the starter motor off. which I did. Look at me go. There we go, one gearbox, clutch release. This is all very chocolate. Clutch plate and a flywheel. There we go. I can't take that off anymore. That's those. Oh, the flywheel didn't come off. I keep doing that. Thinking I've removed something and I haven't. Alright. Let's go down the rear end. There we go. Pardon me, some people's favourite end. Especially with all this chocolate around, I guess. Chocolatey ending. It's like a happy ending, but with more chocolate. Not good for diabetics. Well, you know, they probably really enjoy it. Alright, so it's one of these complicated rear ends, lots of suspension. Lots of bits of suspension. All melding into one chocolatey whole at the moment, but there we go, there is order in the chaos. Oh yeah, I can't remove this yet until it's had its tiny bush removed, which revolves taking this off first. And then we can get our fingers in there to get that small bush out. We also need to finger these rear bushes. Take the fuel tank out while we're here. A bit more bush fingering. Doesn't get old, does it? Alright. And there we go. Oops. Oh, I can't take that off yet because I've still got the wheel on. Alright, there we go. One wheel removed. Hubcap, brakes. Alright. Alright, bit more bush there. Alright, now can we remove that? Yes, there we go. Alright, one final little bush to pull out. There we go, we get rid of that, and get rid of that, and get rid of this. There we go. Oh, can't reach the exhaust. Oh dear, now can we actually get that out? Right, yeah, there we go. Alright, back up the front. Oh, we need the oil drain, so that we can drain the oil, funnily enough, without costing $100 in cleanup. You know, get that oil ease out, whatever it's called, the special oil removal stuff. It's really hard to get it off these porcelain tiles. Well, that wasn't much oil, was it? I mean, seriously, how hard would this be to clean? Well, $100 worth apparently. So there you go, that's why we do that. Alright, and then we can take off the oil pan without getting covered in oil. Although, to be honest, probably just taking it off, the amount of oil that came out would have just sat in the bottom of the oil pan. Never mind. Right, now we need to remove these crankshaft bearing caps. We don't have to do that now, we could wait until we're taking the crankshaft out. Which we're not currently doing, because we have to yo-yo the engine. Get that recalcitrant fuel filter to here. Right. Take out the pistons. Yo-yo. Look at that. See those reflections? I haven't said anything. I haven't said the magic words of a colour and stripes. But look, patently, I mean, A, it's reflecting the wrong thing because it should be... Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's why I go on about it so much, because it doesn't matter. Right, there we go. Car stripped. And we can double check by seeing there's nothing here in the parts list. So, let's go and repair some of it. Some of it gets trashed. It's part of the process. It's a shame, but we can't avoid that. And also all 100%, so we want to get the maximum money back for our car, obviously. I mean, there might be a way of not having to max out everything, but I didn't know it. So there we go, that's all that. Now we start putting it all back in. It's as simple, or as complicated if you like, as that. Yeah, What else can we put in here? Fuel filter, no. Oh yeah, that's the thing to do now. So we've got all this. We sell our junk, and then we sort it by condition, and then we sell 100%. Gives us a bit of cash, and also takes it out of our inventory, so we don't accidentally put it back on like I almost did with that fuel filter. 3. You only end up with 3 of those, but 3 are things that you have 4 of. When you fix them all, you end up with 3 of them. It's like some sort of programmatical issue. Right, anyway. Right, so what else can we pop in? Might we have a battery? Might have an alternator and such. Nope. Power steering? Nope. Okay, and all that. Right, crankshaft. Can't put that in here. Alright, let's get it up in the air. See if any of the big lumps of suspension stuff can we put in. So, crankshaft, yes, that's nice. What about the bearing caps? Got 1. Ha 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 ha. No, that's it. That's 1 crankshaft bearing cap. No. No. Wow, we got nothing. Right, so we need 2 more crankshaft bearing caps. Can't avoid this any longer. Let's start buying stuff. Engine, crankshaft. 2 of those. So 1. Ha 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 ha. 2. Right. Front suspension, crossbear or something. Whatever it said. Cross member. Oh, different sorts. I just want a standard cross member, please. Just slightly angry. There we go. And what attaches to this? We've got these knuckles. Yes, we've got the knuckles. We've got 1 front rearing, stupid-dooby-doop. Good. So, down the bottom is another one of them. And then what? A lower suspension arm, yes. Jolly good. Why can't we put the top bit on? I always forget the orders these go in. No, need a steering rack and a front sway bar. Steering rack, front sway bar. I hope it's just a normal one. Yeah. Alright, we did that side, so let's go over here. Front steering knuckle, and then we need a front wheel hub. Front wheel hub. Lovely. And then we've got another one of those. We need a whole bunch of bush. There we go, so we need 8, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 of those, I think. Oh, it might actually be 10 of those, I'm not sure. Yes, because there's 2 on the extra rear suspension support things, or whatever they're called. Right, inner and outer tyre rods will most certainly need those. I don't think they get regenerated. Inner and outer tyre rods. 2 of them. 2 of them. Right. Plop. And plop. That's the noise they make when they go back in. Right, front springs. 2 of those. And then shock absorber, yeah, 2 of those. And how about our caps? Yeah, 2 of those. Alright. Alright, so we've got a sway bar link majigger. Front sway bar link A. Alright. Grand. Let's get in there. So, what else? We've got the bushings in. On that side. Right, bush on this side. There we go. And innie outies. And then they've got the suspension, of course. Shock absorber and cap. Sway bar link. Alright, that's the suspension at the front. Pretty much done. Did I get a wheel hub bearing for that side? I'm not sure that I did. Wheel hub bearing. No axles or anything yet, so I don't have anything to connect it to. Right, see the rear end suspension. Oh, we've got the cross member at least. Let's finger the bush into the position. It's too far away. Can't quite reach the bush. Right, there we go. Okay. Oh, and so we've got a rear axle knuckle housing, and then a rear wheel hub. One of those for each. One of each of those, even. Wheel hub cap. Alright. Yeah, small rubber bushing. Rear suspension arm. So spring cap. Oh, we've got one. Rear spring. Rear spring. And maybe a rear spring cap as well. Yep, rear spring cap. Whoops, missy. There we go. There's a rear suspension upper arm. Rear suspension upper arm. Yeah. Oh, there we go. What else we got in here? Rear sway bar A. We've got rear sway bar end link. RS, rear sway bar rear end link to OV. And then the shock absorber A, rear shock absorber A. And what else goes in here? Yeah, there's more things than you can shake a stick at. There we go. And then we've got this rear suspension arm with its tiny bush. I know this one's got a normal size bush, isn't it? So we need a couple more for that. That's what I was thinking of before. 2 more rubber bushings. Alright, that's all of the gumption in there, I think. Let's go to the other side. Oh, we need both of these bits, don't we? So that was a rear knuckle housing A. Rear knuckle housing A. And then a rear wheel hub. Rear wheel hub. Okay, yep. Hubcap, good. Right, then we've got all these other bits. So. Right. Shock absorber. That thing and its bush. Oop. Alright, and then, yeah. Sway bar. And tiny bush. And then this suspension arm here. There we go, that's the... Oh, hang on. There we go, that's the rear suspension done, I think. So we've got brake system, right, we've got the exhaust to do, so let's do that. Rear muffler. Oh. Rear muffler. Yep. What else we got here? We've got exhaust pipe and middle muff. So middle muff and exhaust pipe. Catalytic converter and front exhaust section. Front exhaust section. Okay. So that's the exhaust done. What else do we need at the rear end apart from brakes? So yeah, we need a fuel tank and maybe a fuel pump. I only ever need a fuel pump when I don't buy one. Wait, a fuel tank. So fuel tank. Wait, we've got 3. Good. Excuse me. It's so exciting, I'm coughing myself to death. Right, so we've got brake system and clutch, and got lots of engine-y bits to put together. We've put the crankshaft in, so we could drop in the pistons. of which of course we won't have any because I don't think they fixed. So, pistons, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Engine head, yes, got one of those. It's nice not to have to give our engine a new head. FNAR, so that's just a general camshaft. Generic camshaft. Oh. Just a generic camshaft. Oh, there it is, look. That foxed me completely. So, cam gears, just generic cam gears. Where are they? 2 of them. What's this? Timing belt. Timing belt. Timing cover, yeah, got that. Cool. Right. Alright, we need a power steering pump I4. Power steering pump I4. Water pump I4, yep, and an alternator. Water pump I4. Alternator. There we go. Water pump. Idle roller A. We've got crankshaft pulley I4. Idle roller A. Idler roller A. No, that's crankshaft pulleys. Oh, one of them, don't we? I4 was it? And I already forgot the other thing I wanted. Oh yeah, an idle roller. A. Yeah. Dear. Idle roller A. Okay. And then some belts maybe? Yeah, we've got serpentine, so just a generic serpentine belts by the looks of it. Serpentine belt A and B. Oh, and a belt tensioner. Which we don't have, of course. Tensioner. There we go. Right, that's the timing gears done. Right, continuing with the engine. We've got our head cover. Oop. Spark plugs. Oh, I'll come way out. Spark plugs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And number 4. And then we've got ignition coils. Ignition coils. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Only bought 3. No. Only bought 3. Right, fuel rail. Intake. Oh no, I'm one of them. Intake manifold I4. Intake manifold. Nope. Intake manifold I4 DI. Yep, bolty bolts. Bolt, bolty bolt. Throttle, exhaust manifold, yep. Many bolts. Lovely. Right, there we go, that's that. Oh, we've got the cover for it. Yes. Air filter cover. Clip A. Is there another clip A? Clip A. Yep. Right. Radiator fan. Yep, great. Need a battery. brake servo. Battery. Brake servo. What else? ABS pump. And module. Much bolting. All bolts. Bolty bolt. Oop. Apart from that one. Go on. In you go. Oh, fuel fitter. That's not going to be in the brake section. Fuel filter. There we go. Alright. Okay. Let's pop it up in the air. Do some more work on the undersides. Getting there. Almost done. It felt like it's been quite quick, but I don't think it has been that quick. Oh. Oil pan I4. Oil pan I4. Bolty bolts. And then we've got an oil filter as well. I4. I4 the engine. Right, and then we've got the gearboxes. Flywheel. Clutch plate. There we go, clutch plate. Alright, all the parts. Clutch pressure plate. Probably already got one of them, but you know. It's a technical term. And the gearbox, lovely. Nice big chunk of metal. It's nice not to have to buy a new one of them. Front drive shaft. Good, got the axles as well, that's nice. Alright. Awesome. So, we're at the top of the engine. Might be some more stuff to do. Let's do the brake system, I guess. Right, brakes. That's ventilator, discs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't know if we need any calipers. We usually need one. Time for a wheel. See if we've got all the wheels. Might have broke on them, trying to hammer it back into shape. Alright, so normal brake disc, pads. Yeah, we need an extra caliper. Still, whoops, let's put the wheel on. Why not? Yeah, we need an extra wheel as well. Oop. Rim Classico 2. Brakes, caliper. So we need a caliper and a Rim Classic 2. So, brake caliper and wheels, Rim Classic 2. Alright. Yeah, I got the restoration bonus. Everything's on 100%. Oh, part missing, look. Starter motor. And it could do with some oil. You know, I like to put oil in occasionally. It's nice that you get the restoration bonus even though you haven't 100%ed it. We'll say it's nice, it's not, because it'd be nice to make sure by that method that you put everything on the thing. Right, starter motor. Okay. Yeah, got one of them. Nice. And oil. So, now the restoration bonus. No, it's the same, interestingly, even though we've got all the bits. Double check we've got all the bits. Got all the bits. Well, there we go. Star Wars rebuilding, a fairly horrible looking, but, you know, decent enough, quite simple Katagiri, Katsumoto. Which we're selling for the money. So there we go, an extra 25 grand, we're almost up to 200. So next time out we need to either do some jobs for a bit of difference, one of these exciting jobs, like a Del Boy impersonator, or go back to the auction and buy some more bits for a garage, or even to make some more money. That is the state of play. Thank you very much for watching, and come back next time. And if you see my pen, by the way, I think it's rolled under the table somewhere, do let me know, won't you? Thank you very much. Bye.